It's a fact that might surprise you. 9 out of every 10 diamonds sold in the world pass through India for cutting and polishing. That engagement ring, those anniversary earrings, that special gift, chances are they all have a connection to workshops in Surat, India. This incredible reliance on a single country has created a highly efficient global supply chain. But it also creates a significant vulnerability. Imagine waking up one morning to find that the cost of bringing those diamonds into the United States has suddenly jumped by 50%. This isn't just a small adjustment, it's a seismic shock to an industry built on precision, tradition, and perceived value. It changes everything, almost overnight. This scenario is precisely what we are exploring tonight. The Trump administration, in its sweeping America First trade policy, has announced a new 50% tariff on a range of Indian goods, with diamonds at the very top of the list. The policy is designed to pressure India on trade imbalances and protect American jobs. But the immediate consequence is a sudden and dramatic inflation of costs for American importers. This isn't a distant economic theory, it's a direct hit on a multi-billion-dollar industry. The tariff is a powerful tool, a sledgehammer in a world of delicate negotiations, and American consumers are standing right in its path, whether they know it yet or not. The question on everyone's mind is simple. What does this mean for me? For generations, diamonds have symbolized love, commitment, and celebration. They are woven into the fabric of American life, from proposals at baseball games to quiet moments of personal triumph. Yet this new tariff threatens to transform that symbol into an emblem of economic strain. A product that was already a significant investment is now set to become substantially more expensive. Consider the journey of a single diamond. It is mined in Africa, then shipped to India. There, skilled artisans spend weeks, sometimes months, transforming the rough stone into a faceted gem. From there, it travels to the United States, where it is set into jewelry and sold in thousands of stores across the country. The 50% tariff is applied at a critical point in this journey, just before it reaches the American market. This means the price hike isn't just on the raw material but on the polished, near-finished product, magnifying the final cost for consumers in a way few other tariffs can. The announcement of this tariff sends an immediate and powerful signal to the luxury goods market. Diamonds are not just another commodity, they are a cornerstone of the high-end jewelry sector. Luxury brands that have built their reputations on quality and craftsmanship now face a stark choice: absorb the massive new cost and sacrifice their profit margins, or pass the increase directly onto their customers. Given the scale of a 50% hike, absorbing it entirely is simply not a viable option for most businesses. A diamond ring that might have cost $5,000 last week could soon carry a price tag closer to $7,500, and that's a conservative estimate. Let's look at a real-life example. A young couple in Ohio has been saving for a year to buy an engagement ring they saw at a local jeweler. They have a budget of $4,000. Before the tariff, that budget would have afforded them a beautiful, high-quality, 1-carat diamond. Now, with the tariff in full effect, that same diamond is priced out of their reach. The couple is now forced to choose between a much smaller, lower-quality stone, a lab-grown alternative, or delaying their engagement altogether. This is the human cost of a trade policy enacted thousands of miles away. We spoke with the CEO of a major U.S. jewelry retail chain, who wished to remain anonymous to avoid political backlash.
This isn't a tariff, it's a torpedo. A 50% tax on our primary product is simply unsustainable. We're looking at closing stores and laying off employees. We've spent decades building relationships with our customers based on trust and value. This policy forces us to break that trust by charging them prices that we know are artificially inflated. It's a devastating blow to our entire industry, from the top down.
Leading industry groups are sounding the alarm publicly. The Jewelers of America, a trade association representing thousands of businesses.
This policy misunderstands the global nature of our supply chain. There is no American diamond cutting industry to protect. This tariff will not create jobs in the U.S. It will only destroy them in retail, wholesale, and design. We are urging the administration to reconsider this move, which punishes American businesses and consumers for issues they have no control over. It's a self-inflicted wound on our economy.
Even luxury brand executives, who are typically cautious in their public statements, are signaling deep concern.
We believe in free and fair trade. Tariffs of this magnitude disrupt the market in a way that benefits no one. They create uncertainty, stifle investment, and ultimately harm the consumer. We will have to adjust our U.S. pricing, and we anticipate a significant impact on our sales volume. It's a regrettable situation that forces us to pass on costs that are entirely disconnected from the intrinsic value or craftsmanship of our pieces.
The financial pressure on American households doesn't stop at the jewelry counter. This tariff on diamonds is part of a much broader strategy of trade protectionism, and its costs are piling up in ways that affect everyday life. One of the most significant examples is the ongoing tariff on Canadian lumber. This policy, designed to protect U.S. timber companies, has driven up the cost of wood, a primary component in home construction. For a family looking to build a new house or even just add a deck, these tariffs have added thousands of dollars to the final price tag. This is the ripple effect in action. A tariff on one key import, like lumber, has a cascading impact on related sectors. Builders face higher material costs, which they pass on to homebuyers. This in turn can cool the housing market, affecting real estate agents, mortgage brokers, and construction workers. When you layer the diamond tariff on top of this, you begin to see a pattern of rising costs across the board. The price of a new home goes up, the price of an engagement ring goes up. These are not small, insignificant purchases, they are major life expenses for ordinary Americans. Let's consider the cumulative financial burden. While the United States engages in this aggressive tariff strategy, our northern neighbor Canada offers a study in contrast. Faced with its own set of U.S. tariffs, particularly on steel and aluminum, Canada's response has been calm, deliberate, and strategic. Instead of simply reacting with impulsive measures, the Canadian government implemented a carefully targeted list of retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods. This was not a move made in anger, but a calculated response designed to apply precise political pressure while minimizing harm to its own consumers. It was a firm but measured action, a scalpel to the American sledgehammer. Beyond retaliation, Canada has focused heavily on supporting its domestic industries and diversifying its export markets. The government has provided financial aid and resources to companies affected by the U.S. tariffs, helping them weather the storm and remain competitive. Simultaneously, it has accelerated efforts to strengthen trade relationships with other partners, such as the European Union and nations in the Asia-Pacific region. This proactive approach aims to reduce Canada's economic dependence on the U.S. market, creating a more resilient and stable economy in the long run. It's a strategy of building bridges, not walls. As we've seen, these tariffs are reshaping the economic landscape for American consumers. The 50% tax on Indian diamonds is not an isolated event, but a powerful example of a broader policy that is making a wide range of goods more expensive. From the symbol of a lifelong commitment to the very lumber used to build a home, the costs are adding up. This new reality forces us to confront a future where the price tags on many items, both luxury and essential, are influenced as much by political decisions in Washington as they are by supply and demand. The immediate consequence is a shift in consumer behavior. When prices for traditional goods rise dramatically, people naturally seek alternatives. In the jewelry market, this could mean a significant boost for lab-grown diamonds, which offer a chemically identical but more affordable option. The broader impact on household budgets is undeniable. The compounding costs from various tariffs mean that families have less discretionary income. The money that is now going toward paying for these hidden taxes is money that can't be used for savings, investment, education, or other purchases that fuel the economy. The long-term vision of a revitalized American manufacturing sector remains a distant promise, while the short-term pain of higher prices is a daily reality for consumers at the checkout counter. Ultimately, these tariff politics invite us all to reflect on our own purchasing habits and financial planning. As you consider future luxury purchases, how will these changes influence your decisions? Will you opt for an alternative, postpone the purchase, or absorb the higher cost? The choices are becoming more complex, and the stakes for every American are getting higher. Share your thoughts in the comments about how you feel this tariff will affect your luxury purchases, and don't forget to subscribe for our next video on economic trends that are reshaping America.